good. It does help. Lions suck. Packers, good luck to them. And today, though, pretty good little day, though, for me all around. Get back to my roots. Like Tyrone and I went to that meeting earlier. I mentioned, and acceptance was something that I brought up. Just how you have to accept things the way they are, and you have to realize that everything's happening for a reason.
That's right.
Just like when I would relapse, I would beat myself up and just think I can't do it again, But it had to happen that way every single time. As much as I didn't want to lay there in bed sick for days, I had to go through it. I had to go to every treatment I went to. I had to go. And I, for some reason, had to leave early, because I wasn't supposed to get it right then. I was supposed to go through all that. I was supposed to go to the mental hospital. I was supposed to go to jail. And now I can relate to a lot of people. It's like, I was thinking about it the other day, I have, I don't want to call it rehab cred or addict cred, but I've been through a lot that most addicts have been.
A lot of emotions.
Yeah, near death in the hospital, to jail, mental hospital, treatment 15 times. I mean,
wow. Yeah,
I got quite the resume, but I had to go through it. And when I see people come along and they just kind of have that look, and I was kind of joking when I said the other night that, God gifted me this gift of, you can see it in people when they're ready and when they're not ready. And it used to drive me nuts when my mom would tell me I wasn't ready. But it would make me mad because my heart of hearts, I felt I was. But I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. I mean,
you can see the effort in somebody. You almost got to make it to the point of just pure desperation and, just a little glimmer of hope that something could get better, so you keep on moving towards it.
And also, looking back at living at Nathan's house in Boyne City, I kind of look at that like when I worked for iHeartMedia, and my boss wouldn't let me have a prep sheet. And in radio, a prep sheet is given to anybody who wants it, pretty much. And it just tells you, oh, here's who was on the show last night. Here's some bits you can do. Here's audio of, like when you listen to people go, oh, let's do a check-in with so-and-so's date. Like the audio is already in there. Like just hit a play button and then they laugh behind it. So it sounds like it's theirs. And it's easy. It's lazy man work is what it is. And that's what drives me nuts about radio now. And my boss was like, no, I'm not going to get that for you. I'm like, why? It don't cost us any money. We just got to run some commercials. No, I'm not going to do it. Anything out there that are in these things, you can find on your own. And I did. And I realized when I left there, I made my own show. I wasn't being dictated down by, that kind of sounded funny, dictated down. But nobody was dictating how I was going to do my show. I had to plan it out. Yeah. What did I do yesterday? What did I think? And it was all me. Right. And so when I came back to Michigan, I told my guys that, I'm like, throw that in the trash. You're going to do your own show. Oh, they hated me for it. And back to Sober Living with, the owner of Nathan's house, sometimes the stuff would drive me nuts. I'm like, why is he tripping over that? But it makes sense now. And it's like one of those things where you don't realize it till you walk away.
Building block. Of
when he was, he didn't really ride us that hard because we were doing what we were supposed to be doing. But we saw the guys who weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, and we saw them not stick around very long.
Yep.
And, I kind of probably need to thank him, just for setting those boundaries. And, he can pass it along to whoever, showed him how to do it. Because now we're doing it. Yeah. And now guys hate us because we're like, hey, you're going to have to do a chore on another day. Well, why me? Why me? Because you're good at it.
In some ways, it's kind of maybe the foundation of my meeting I chair too, getting hard. Jason DeBeck knows how to get hard. No, but he definitely sets the path that you either you take it or you leave. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You either want it or you don't, and you're willing to work for it. It was a great learning experience. 5 months there, and then Corey might have had like 6. So, we did the deal for a long time. Learned a lot. But it set the pathway, making it to all these meetings, all the growth. I was looking back today at just, I had a stick I pulled out of me. It was time. I was just thinking of just the time I've been, down here in Boyne City, Charlevoix, Emmett County, whatever you may have down here.
He says down here because he's from Canada, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To everybody else, except for the Upers, it's up here because we're right on Lake Michigan. But yeah, we did a lot, pretty much everything you could do in recovery in about this amount of time. Me and Corey are ambassadors.
Yeah.
Don't forget about
really
that.
good, okay.
I mean, we got a few feathers in our cap. Coaches, just all kinds of, everything we could get into, we did, and we did it so we could bring all this knowledge and a fun fashion, crazy fun kind of recovery guys. But yeah, I'm just thankful that we did all this stuff together. Thanks, Corey Winfield.
Yeah.
Winfield.
Yeah. It's been fun, though. And, and I was trying to get Tyrone, because Tyrone's our voice guy. Do it. Do our intro.
Oh, wow.
This is
217 with Corey Winfield, Chris Goss, and Brian Beckman.
See, he said his name right that time, didn't he?
Yeah.
And see, when you say his name right, it messes me up because I'm expecting Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost Goss.
Whatever.
Real name.
It doesn't really matter what his name is, does it?
Just Chris.
So what does he need to do?
Get a real American name. Smith, John, Anderson.
Johnson, Williams.
Yeah.
Beckman, Winfield.
Yeah. Real strong name.
Strong name.
Not like Ghost. Goss. I was like, hey, will you cut that so that Chris will, get off my back? And man, not today. I was like, what? He's like, I don't know how to say that MFer's name.
Yeah. We'll get it one of these days. One of these days we'll get it.
Yeah. When you got time.
Yeah, when we got time.
We got time.
We ain't got time.
We ain't got time. We ain't got time.
No, Chris can live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
I like Chris, and I worry about Chris at the same time.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, and in the beginning and early recovery, yeah, I mean, we're fighting it every day. You're fighting it every day, Tyrone. Ryan is, like...
Oh, yeah.
Some of the things he does.
Yeah.
Walking a fine line of putting yourself in some bad situations. Not ideal. I mean... Yeah, Chris, I just hope you're doing good out there tonight. I know you couldn't make it here with us, and you might get drugged down by the ladies, or, and they'll want to go to the bar or casino and have a few drinks. I just hope you have the strength to make it through it, That's not the path I would take myself. But, yeah, he's his own man, and he can make his own choice. He's been holding his own, but... You just tempt their fate too many times, bound to happen, I believe. But hopefully he'll grow out of that. Grow for us, Chris. Grow, Chris. Goes.
Yeah. Now that's another thing, too. You can't make anybody do anything. You can't fix anybody else,
No.
And I had to learn that when I was trying to fix women, yeah, right. Yeah,
Need a lot of glue.
yeah. They will.
How did that work out for you?
Well,
Yeah. You got that one. You win.
A whole story about that. But no, I didn't win.
W?
No, I showed her. But yeah, no, it was bad. And with what I'm going through now, there's someone that's like, I don't want to push too much on that person because it's not fair to her, and there's nothing I can do, and the only thing I can do is let her be her.
Right.
Yep.
And what happens in time will happen in time,
right.
and
That's right.
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
That's right.
I found for myself, like, after a little bit of time and getting close to somebody, I end up pushing them away. I'm kind of starting to realize it's not really them all the time, but more or less myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm just scared. I still have trust issues. I'll admit to that one. But, I don't know.
You want to do a trust fall? You fall and Tyrone will catch you. But my elbow gave out.
Yeah. He's got that bad shoulder.
Oh man,
But yeah.
damaged goods.
I'm damaged goods too.
Damaged goods.
No trust issues, so that's a big one.
I know, and I don't know how to change it, and I don't know. I'll figure it out one of these days, Corey.
Have you ever thought about starting it to where clean slate? That's how you don't have a reason to trust somebody?
Well, I do for the most part, but I just wait for something little happen and shakes it up a little. I just hit the eject button.
Wait for your exes to come back in your life? Because that's what I used to do. I mean, not really wait for them, but I would take the baggage from that relationship into my next one. And pretty much blame the next girlfriend for, I mean, not blame her, but I mean, if my ex did something that I didn't like, or if she lied or whatever, I would, well, no, you can't do that, or I stopped telling women what they can and can't do, because that was just a mistake. Either. But yeah, and then I kind of realized, well, if they're going to do that, they're going to do that. You know, right. Me being over jealous. But then that'll get you a bit too, because well, he doesn't care about me. He doesn't care if I go out with so and so and so and so, and I won't say nothing about nothing, and just give them enough rope to hang themselves, and then like pull the cord on them. Gone. But do you think it would be better to address it with some I feel statements?
No. I like having the escape road. I think I don't know. It's just. I'm messed up. I'm damaged good, ladies. Stay away.
He's not to his year yet, so technically...
I'm just damaged goods.
By the book my mom read, and a lot of people go by, you gotta wait a year.
Run like this Ohio State running back.
Oh, he fell.
To the 5.
So that's what happens every time if you don't have a year.
Yeah, that's what
You'll get almost to the end zone and boom. Almost to that year, boom. You know, but I'm gonna get a relationship. Tyrone, you can talk about it. You've seen it firsthand.
Well, yeah, that's happens a lot. You gotta be smart.
You were just giving somebody that Ryan is in love with props.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I'm proud of him.
Joey.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yep, that's a very touchy subject there.
Tyrone loves you too.
Just be safe. Just know who you messing with, you know? Just know who you messing with.
So if I came up and was like, hey, Tyrone, I'm getting married tomorrow. I just met this girl and I'm moving in.
Ooh, well, all we could do is just give you a suggestion. I can't fix you.
What would you say?
Well, I would go buy you a wedding gift and just let you go.
When you have the most money, because I'm going to make sure I tell you right then.
Oh, boy. Social Security on the 3rd.
All right.
3rd. Catch me on the 3rd.
Right. So next Friday, we have to meet. Have to talk to you about something.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell them then.
Uh-oh.
I'll send you a little Amazon thing, a little link to my Amazon that I want. Oh, jeez. Well, they're getting ready to close up, so we do have to shut down as well. So, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Pause and come back or whatever we're gonna do.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just pause it. And
we got so much.
We'll pick it up from the house, but you won't even know.
You won't know.